I know this video is going to piss a lot of people off. I want to give my take on NFTs, how I feel about them, and why I personally do not like them. My thesis basically breaks down to NFTs are exciting new technology full of potential that will be used by large marketing companies to either exploit customer base or make money off of the customers under the guise of helping customers retain value. Personally, I work in affiliate marketing, as a lot of you probably know, other than being a YouTuber, and it's blindingly obvious to me when a new strategy gets used to sell a product. I don't have a problem with the technology originally of NFT being a non-fungible token, essentially a receipt for an item or a box in which you can put things is another way to describe it. If you want to know more technical details about an NFT, I recommend going and watching a video called Line Goes Up, and I will have that posted here as well as in the YouTube details. That video will break down over 2 hours exactly all of the things I will be touching very briefly on in this video. Now, first and foremost, you will not be seeing NFT sponsorships on this channel. I will not be promoting NFTs. I'm not interested in NFTs. The only thing you may see from me is trying the occasional NFT game to just confirm to myself that they are, in fact, going to be garbage. There's a few things I want to address in the pay-to-earn aspect of these games, one of which is if you think that you're going to log on to a game and you're going to have the company essentially allow you to make a living off of just playing their game, you probably don't understand economics. If you look at the Venezuela old school RuneScape gold market, which is a way people have actually been making money off of old school RuneScape, not only does old school RuneScape have an actual static price tied to gold through their in-game bonding system, so that way there's some kind of anchoring to real pricing, but on top of it, the people are making terrible money per hour, and that is direct private sale market. It's not going to be an NFT where it's going to go through a company. Now, I know what you're going to say is, well, DM, the point of NFT is it's on the blockchain and it goes from person to person, and essentially it is it's 100%. You can track it all on the recipes of the blockchain. It's 100% from one person to another. The companies can't get in and steal your stuff out of a blockchain, or they can't manipulate your data. I would ask yourself whether or not that's actually true. There's plenty of videos of people out there who just have random NFT images dropped into their wallet, and they're like, what's this? And they click on the image and suddenly they have no money left in their wallet. You should ask yourself how that security vulnerability is even viable inside of something where its entire point is security on the blockchain. I think that if that is something that can happen remotely at the moment, we're not in a position where we should be accepting advertising from these companies to push NFTs. I'm highly disappointed in any of my fellow coworkers I see pushing NFTs at the moment. And personally, I see it as corporate people not understanding the product and essentially using a new hype thing to exploit the audience for cash. That's what it is. So if you see content creators pushing NFTs, if you see them minting their own NFTs, you can see that as a giant red flag of the content creator essentially saying, I care more about my profit and my data lines than I do about the users who are buffing those profit and data lines. And for me, that is a very bad mentality to have. I have done as sponsors before, but all of them are for products that I actually either use myself or have faith behind. You're never going to see me promoting a product that I believe is complete shit unless it's Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm sure some people in the comments are going to want to rip apart my argument. I want to let you know, as a content creator, I get hounded by companies to promote NFTs, okay? I'm not just talking about the NFT JPEGs. I'm talking about all varieties of NFTs, NFT games, NFT early access games. You get promotions for companies who want NFTs in their game as a marketing strategy to then promote it. You should ask yourself, if NFTs, organic growth, is such a thing, why you're seeing Twitter promotions everywhere. Essentially, NFT JPEG images are being sponsored and advertised crazy and having lots of hype in them, while they all rely upon the greater fool bubble strategy. If you actually believe that the art of these apes and these llamas or whatever are high-tier art, you probably have never made art yourself or purchased art outside of the NFT realm at reasonable pricing. It's the same type of people that go to an art gallery and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for somebody that just puts paint on a canvas so that you realize paint goes on the canvas. I'm not making this up. This is a literal artist that uses paint, just throws paint on the canvas to remind you that paint goes on the canvas and it's just about the paint. I don't know what that means. Personally, I don't, but it's the same logic that you're going to see by the people promoting NFTs. You should also realize the same people who are buying and stocking NFTs are the same people who are then promoting their same NFTs. That way they can sell them later. Have you seen anyone bought 100 Bored Apes or something, and then say to themselves, I'm keeping these forever. I just love all the imagery. It's always, I can't wait to make some money off of this. The money has to come from somebody else. I mean, this isn't a new idea. If you've got rug pulled before in crypto coin, it's the same goddamn thing. I had companies coming to me telling me, let's make a Darth microtransaction crypto coin when crypto was really all over Twitter and everything. And then what we'll do is rug pull your audience in order to split the money between the company who will fund the coin and me. I told them to go shove it up their ass, because the entire point is not to transfer money from the unwealthy to the wealthy. That's not the point of it, okay? Even though I'm broke, I'm still not going to transfer money from the unwealthy to the unwealthy. It's just a shit thing to do if that is your entire goal. And you should ask yourself, when these NFTs are getting implemented, and I'm talking about the JPEG ones in particular here, and we're going to talk about the gaming NFTs in just a moment. When people create the product, if the goal of the product on its creation is to get rich, it is a failed product. There has never been products since Gold Rush here in Alaska where the entire point is just to get rich for the point of getting rich. That doesn't work. That's a pyramid scheme. Now, you might talk to yourself about, well, NFTs in gaming could be great. You can earn an item in one game and then transfer it to the next game. And goshes, we spent $1,000 in this game, but we have $1,000 of value in the next. Now you should wonder with yourself, okay, what is going to make gaming companies implement value based upon the consumer where they can leave from one of their products to another? And if they do have this value, what stops them from just creating another server? If we have NFTs in RAID, where we actually own all of the NFTs in RAID, one, we both have to have another company that will accept the NFTs from RAID. And two, if they make a RAID 2.0, they can just legally basically make all of our previous NFTs worthless, because they can make a new NFT-based game with entirely new NFTs. You don't need to look at the technology and get excited about the technology. You need to look at the technology and think, how are they going to implement this technology tool to fuck over the average guy? Because that's what marketing companies do. Marketing and advertising companies are not in the business of losing money on purpose or retaining consumer value on purpose. They're already at the top. Marketing companies like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, these other companies that I guarantee you'll be implementing NFTs. And even YouTube, if you want to know, is pushing NFTs onto us content creators. They send out an email talking about NFTs, how to use them, how to mint them, all this stuff. And even Spring, which is a company that works with YouTube, and I actually make my hoodies from, if you want to buy my hoodies or pillows or any of that garbage, they sent out not only an email, but a website update teaching us all how to mint our own NFTs to make money from you, the audience. I'm not going to do that, because I don't need to have a caricature of myself up there to both have a big ego as well as have some random fan paid $10,000 for an image of me that's probably not good art anyway, that I know the only way that they're making money off that $10,000 spent is if another random fan happens to like me so much he gets tricked into buying the same thing. That's my take on NFTs. You're welcome to say it's a bad take. I don't understand the technology and all that, but I actually think I do. And I'm not going to go into the furthermore technology, because this isn't a 2-hour video. There's plenty of people that have talked about the technical details of NFT, why it's a security flaw, why it's not going to work in gaming, and all these other problems. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to see NFT games coming out. And you might see NFT games coming out just right around the corner and be like, whoa, that DM guy was wrong. We will see, as your money goes and flows into the game with faith in the company, how much your money is able to flow out. If you're spending money on all of these NFT games right now in the NFT bubble, you better hope that it retains value when that game you're interested in no longer has hype. Have you ever seen these MMOs blow up, get tons of hype, and then die down instantly? Why don't you think about that? If a gacha game or mobile game or some kind of MMO blows up, has tons of hype, and the NFT values go through the roof, they're also going to crash through the roof, through the floor. Right. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. It doesn't take a genius to figure out. This is mirrored through history. It's going to happen again. And honestly, I'm getting sick of the gamer being the person taking the brunt of the fucking. I don't understand why it's the gamer in this modern day and age that gets bent over the barrel time and time again with things like early access, pre-order release, paid DLC day one. Bad servers on launch. I don't know why it seems like the gamer is the cattle of which all the companies push around to fleece for cash. We have some respect, or we should, and it starts with not getting tricked into NFTs. At the end of the day, if all of the large companies that have been fucking you over for money all the time are now suddenly pushing NFTs under the guise of we're no longer going to fuck you over and you're excited about not being fucked over for money anymore, you should wonder, are they trying to fuck me over again? I'm willing to bet the answer is yes for the majority of them. That doesn't mean the technology isn't exciting, that it isn't good for some things. However, it's not good for gaming in my personal opinion, at least not in its current iteration. Stuff like this metaverse are going to come out. People are going to be spending billions of dollars on a coffee shop in metaverse just for metaverse 2.0 to come out and have their investments get deleted. I promise you this is what will happen. It's blindingly obvious to see. As an advertiser and marketer myself, you just see the lines and trenches you would dig for this war being prepared, and that's what they're going to do.